Let me talk to them. It's live, so that we cannot cut with the noise there. Help me speak with them. If you go there, we don't have to knock this thing because it will enter. It's live. Thank you. The back. It usually affects the back of the nose and the throat. Cold is a common infection in which the mucous membrane of the nose and throat becomes inflamed, causing running at the nose, sneezing, and sore throat. Cough is a sudden, forceful hacking sound to release air and clear an irritation in the throat or airways. Are we good? All right, we are live on air on 3, 2, 1, and welcome to Healthy Living on Catholic Television with NellyVision. Live we are. I warmly welcome you to the program. It's your most entertaining, educative, enlightening, and engaging health program on air right now, giving you 1,000 ways to stay healthy that you may live longer. We are propagating positive practices and healthy living across diaspora in order to have a healthier family, healthier community, healthier society, and a totally healthy nation. We are also promoting personal hygiene and environmental cleanliness for your well-being, total wellness, and longevity. You are warmly welcome. Today on the program, we are discussing how to combat cold, catarrh, and cough. Things you can do personally from your home that these things will stay away from your system. We are talking about your well-being, total wellness, and longevity. Cold, cough, and catarrh. How do you combat it from your home, especially this point in time? And let's briefly tell you what cold is. Cold, from my definition, is a common infection which the mucous membrane of the nose and throat becomes inflamed, causing running at the nose, sneezing, and sore throat. That's cold. And cough is a sudden forceful hacking sound to release air and clear an irritation in the throat or your airways. Catarrh is a buildup of mucus in our airways or cavity of the body. It usually affects the back and that's what we're dealing with. How do you cough? Your drugs. I'm not against medication. Of course, you know that we have our doctors who gives you 1,000 ways to stay healthy on this program. But today we are looking at natural things you can do from your homes. How to combat cold, cough, and catarrh the natural way. And I want to start this by telling you that you cannot be healthy if you do not practice personal hygiene. So we will start with some practical personal hygiene habits that you should keep. Practical personal hygienic habits you should keep personally in order to stay healthy. Let us start with the washing of your hands. Before now, or better still, during the COVID-19, this washing of hand was, I mean, it was almost like we were forced to do it, okay? But it's for our own good. And I'm saying that it shouldn't be just the period of COVID-19. The practice of washing your hands every day is a hygienic habit that is advisable that you keep. It's a habit you should cultivate to always be doing. And this is the reason. Because you can transmit disease. Disease is your body. And the easiest way to catch these bacteria and germs, bring them into your system, is through your hands. Because you shake your hands with other people. I mean, that's our form of salutation here, to show that we love one another. One will see you now and stretch out their hands to shake you. Will you say, no, I will not shake you because I want to keep personal hygiene? No. That is one way to salute in our place, to exchange greetings in our place. Then again, you're touching surfaces at every point in time. Sometimes you're walking, you just touch the wall. Sometimes you're going down the staircases or coming up the staircases, and you have to support yourself with the railings on the stairs or the walls. Other times you're touching surfaces like the table, the chairs, and things that you come in contact with. And some of these bacteria that causes these what do? Keep washing your hands at regular intervals. When you use the toilet, wash your hands. You also think again that until you poo-poo in the toilet, there's no need to wash your hands. No. Even if you went to the toilet to urinate, please, when you come out, wash your hands and keep it clean. Talking about personal hygiene. Then some of us wear clothes for days without washing it, especially when the clothes are colored and the dirt is not showing on it. We now decide that, okay, we'll just wear it because the dirt is not showing. No, even that the dirt is not showing on your clothes, infections might be present there. Bacteria might be present. Germs that can cause you health hazards are also present in such clothes. So what do? Try as much as you can to keep your clothes clean. Keep your skin clean too. And the best natural way to keep your clothes clean, in case you're not washing it, you say, I have few clothes, I can't be washing every now and then. What do? When you get back from wherever you're coming from or from work, get off the clothes if you know you're still going to wear it another day, and air it. Let breeze blow it, or you can expose it to excessive sunshine. That heat from the sun actually helps to keep your clothes away from bacteria, away from your clothes. By the time you pick it to wear it again, it's not as if it's totally free of bacteria and germs, but at least to a reasonable extent before you are ready to wash it again. We are live on Catholic Television of Nigeria, talking about healthy living with NellyFrank. Okay, now you can hook up with us on Facebook, hook up with us on YouTube, and it is at Catholic Television of Nigeria. At Catholic Television of Nigeria, you are on our YouTube page and you are on our Facebook page. Leave us a comment. Ask questions bordering on health. It could be what you are discussing today, cold, cough, or catarrh, or any other thing that might be disturbing you. Certainly, our doctors are on standby. They will be able to answer any health questions. I'm talking about medical practitioners. I'm talking about experts. Health experts are standing by. If you ask a question that did not fall into what we're discussing today, you're still going to get an answer from us. Also, you can call in. Phone in and let's hear you. Let's know how the program is impacting your life. And the number to call in is 080-3833-3130. 080-3833-3130. That's the number to call in. You can also leave us a chat on WhatsApp, and we will interact with you as it is our culture in this on this program. All right, we're talking about cold, cough, and catarrh, and we've been discussing personal hygiene. How that you should start by practicing personal hygiene so that you can stay healthy. Now let's move quickly to environmental cleanliness, because if your body is clean and your environment is not clean, you're still going to come down with some health challenge, some diseases, some of these diseases we are talking about today. Cough, cold, and catarrh is preventable. Let's start by preventing it. As I always say, prevention is cheaper than treatment. You know, you always hear that prevention is better than cure. But I would like to take it a step further to say that prevention is cheaper than treatment. Because if you do these small, regular health habits and keep a healthy lifestyle, you will find out that you will hardly fall sick, and then there will be no need for treatment. But if you don't do all this and you expose yourself to dirtiness either on your body or around you, you find out that you will become sick and you will go for treatment, and treatment is not cheap at all. So prevention is cheaper than treatment. Okay, so your environment you also need to keep clean. Some of us, when you want to go to bed at night, you leave your dishes heaped on the dishwasher without even washing it. Plates, spoons, cups are all dirty and you leave them in your environment. What that means is that bit by bit, these harmful insects will start coming around us. And before you know it, you have mosquitoes invade your homes. Yes, mosquitoes usually will breed in canals, small waters around that is left there, stagnant water for a long time. But that is not the only thing that can breed them in your homes. Right inside your room, in your kitchen, if you also leave dirty waters there for a long time, it also have the ability to breed mosquitoes. And before you know it, you're living in with mosquitoes. And these mosquitoes are harmful. They are the one that cause malaria, and malaria indeed is a deadly disease. It's still killing people by the day. Even that is not as serious as it used to be, but people are still dying from malaria. So it is good for you to prevent all this from happening to you. Yes, malaria is a killer disease, but it's preventable. Especially when you don't expose yourself to the bites of these mosquitoes that transmit this malaria. Because by the time they beat you, they infect you with the infection, and then they go beat another person, and before you know it, the malaria is spread all over the place. So let's try as much as we can to keep our environment clean, and also use the mosquito net. I heard our Minister of Health, we are going to have the vaccine by sometimes next year. Okay, while we are still trying to get the vaccine as a nation, let us start practicing personally from our homes how to keep these mosquitoes away from our homes, how to combat cold and catarrh. All right, now, are you down with catarrh? Are you down with cold or cough? Have you treated cold, cough, and catarrh before in a natural way? You didn't take medication, you just did some health practices and all that? We also would like to hear that from you. The number to call is 080-3833-3130. Share with us what you have done from your home personally to stay healthy and keep fit, so that others may learn from you. You can hook up with us on YouTube and Facebook at Catholic Television of Nigeria, at Catholic Television of Nigeria. That is what you use to hook up with us. You can also send us a chat on WhatsApp there, 080-3833-3130, and let's keep it going. All right, if you are down already with cold, the best natural way that I can prescribe today is to try and see as much as you can generate heat from the inside. When you sweat, normally when some people sweat and they are complaining, no need to complain. If you're a human being, you must sweat. If you engage in some physical activities, you should sweat. If you're not sweating as a human being, something is wrong. I will advise you see your physician immediately. do there. If you can skip, get the skipping rope and skip. Make sure you're generating heat. And if you don't have the energy to do any of this, I would suggest you go the natural way of steaming. Our parents did it for us when we were yet children, growing. You remember you have to boil water in a bowl or in a bucket. Then cover yourself with a thick cloth. It could be blanket, it could be duvet, but make sure it's thick and airtight. Air is not coming out from any parts of it. And then, if possible, close the door. Shut the door, shut the windows, so that air will not escape into what you're doing. And then make sure you steam very well. And while you're steaming, please keep your mouth open so that you can inhale the vapor. You can inhale the vapor that is coming out of the water. That's the idea. It's a treatment, natural treatment that works like magic. If you're able to do that twice a day, 3 times a day, as the case may be, for 2 days or 3 days, believe me, you will start getting relief from, it's a nasal congestion. You know the way it is, this place is blocked, your airways is blocked, your throat is blocked. Sometimes it even affects the nose. You can't even breathe well. So stop for some people when they are down with cough, cold, or catarrh is even difficult. So you start by this natural way of trying to generate heat from your inside, and while you are sweating, you'll be sweating out this disease, sweating out these bacteria and the infections that might have gone into your system at this period. So what do I say? Engage in physical things, activities that will generate heat. If you can't do the exercise of walking, jumping, or skipping, or even jogging around, try to steam. Water steaming. Boil your water. Use a blanket or a thick cloth to cover your head so that you generate enough heat from the inside. The other natural thing you can do again is to use the water to gargle. You put warm water in your throat as if you're going to drink it. Make sure you're looking upward so that you can touch your throat down there, okay? And then you do the sound, trying to gargle with it like as much as you can and pour it out. Do another one and pour it out. All right, I need you to keep the calls coming in. The number to call is 080-3833-3130. Hook up with us on YouTube and Facebook at Catholic Television of Nigeria, at Catholic Television of Nigeria, YouTube and Facebook. Also send us a chat on WhatsApp via the same number, 080-3833-3130, so that we'll keep this discussion going. All right, so that's the other thing you can do if you're down with cough, cold, or catarrh. This will help to clear your nasal system here, the upper tract respiratory system. It will help to clear it and free your airways, and in 2 or 3 days, you should be free from cold or catarrh. It's actually the season for all this. Wherever you go to now, you either hear someone coughing or sneezing. The people could be close to you and they could be far off, but it's just the season. At this point in time, as I speak to you now, they have the vaccination week in the Americans. And since the 22nd of April, and it's going to do round up on the 29th of this April, they've been discussing all sorts of vaccination, all sorts of vaccines, how to immunize and vaccinate against all sorts of diseases and all that. And for us here, malaria top one of the health challenge that is facing us. And so it is good for you to begin to do things right from your home to take care of this situation, to prevent it not to even get to you at all. All right, another natural ways you can keep your clothes and your environment clean. Like I said, a lot of us might find ourselves in a place where we cannot water and soap is not readily available. I've already said, get off your clothes, hang it out there and air it. And if you have the sunshine, you can put the clothes out there so that the sun, the rays from the sun, the heat from the sun can hit it. You know, sometimes we wash our clothes and then hang them. You're going to pick it again and the sun must have hit it so where you go and pick the clothes and the clothes is hot. And you're like, oh, yes, it is good for the clothes. because with that kind of temperature, no bacteria or germs will survive in it. Okay, now, another habit that we keep that is not too good is that some people just like excessive coldness, cold environments. You see them increase the AC to the temperature where it's extremely cold. You step into the room where they are, it's like you're in a cold room. So some of us leave cold house, our rooms, to get into a cold, extremely cold car as we are driving to our place of work or wherever we're going to. Then we now arrive in another extremely cold office. And we do this practice on a regular basis. So this is more harmful to us. It's not enjoyment. Permit me to say that sometimes, or most times, the people with a white skin, and because of their region over there, extremely cold, they will look for the kind of sunshine we have here. But because we have it, we usually don't appreciate it. You see them sunbathing and tanning in the sun and all that is good for the skin. So I'm not saying don't use AC, but not too much of it. We heard that excessive usage or too much of everything is bad. We have heard it before. So let's try as much as we can. If you get into an AC office or home or your car, try and put off the AC for an hour or two if the place is really cold. Really cold, then put it off for a while, and then like 2 or 3 hours you can then put it back again if the temperature around you starts getting hot. So let's try and balance the usage of AC and fans. Some of you put on the fan on you overnight for how many hours? The thing is rolling over your head, or the standing one, or the wall fans, and it's blowing this air into your system consistently and continually. No, please try as much as you can. 1 hour, 2 hours. Take off the AC, take off the fan. Why don't you even go out there and take a little fresh air? The natural air is better than this one, but I'm just saying, just use all these things in moderation. Let us not excessively use this thing. Then the worst bad habit that I would that the oil in your system will congeal. And by the time that happens, it will block the ways where the food is supposed to pass through for digestion to happen. For your body to take the one that it needs, make use of it, and then store the other one for later use. So what happens is that you find out that sometimes after you've eaten and drank this cold thing, you feel heavy. You feel heavy. You don't want to get up from that point again. Sometimes you even feel like hitting the bed and sleeping off. The result is, that is the result that you're feeling of mixing the oil with extremely cold drinks. So as much as we can, let's avoid extremely cold drinks. It's not good for us. It's not doing us any good at all. I know that sometimes you begin to long for cold drinks and all that. I'm not saying you should stop completely, but if you must, just a little bit of it here, a little bit of it there. I think the best water for us to even take is the room temperature water. And if you're down with cold already, you have no business whatsoever with cold drinks, because you will be aggravating it. You will be increasing it. So what do? If you're done with cold, you're done with catarrh, you're done with cough, please, my advice is for you to stay away from anything cold, be it water, be it drink. No matter how much you long for it, please don't consume it. Best water for you to take will be lukewarm water, if possible. If you can heat your water up and bring it to the lukewarm temperature and drink it, it's better for you, because that will go into your system and dissolve the mucus that must have accumulated in the membrane. It will dissolve it, and then it will start coming out either in form of sweat, or you pass it out through urine. So let's make warm water lukewarm water. When you mention warm water, people become apprehensive because of our kind of the temperate region where we are. We have the sun here is too much. So when you say warm water and somebody is saying after the heat, after the sun, I will now come and drink warm water again. So it must not be too warm. You can do it lukewarm, and if you cannot do the lukewarm water, please cultivate the habit of drinking a room temperature water, not too cold and not too hot. That will do well for you in your system. All right, let's keep the call coming in. It is 080-3833-3130. That is the number to call. Hook up with us also on Facebook and on YouTube at Catholic Television of Nigeria. At Catholic Television of Nigeria, YouTube and Facebook. You can also chat us up on WhatsApp on the number 080-3833-3130, and let's keep the discussion going. All right, so keep away from cold drinks for your health's sake, so that you will live better, have a better life, have a healthier life. That's what we've been discussing. We've talked about cold, we've talked about catarrh, we've talked about cough, what they are, how they affect our system, and how we can try as much as it depends on us to cultivate some positive lifestyle that will help this thing, help us to stay away from this thing, that the infection might not come to us. All right, another habit you should cultivate if you already have catarrh. You know, it causes sneezing for you, and during the COVID-19 period they taught us how to sneeze. If you want to sneeze, it's like this, okay? And that's a practice we should carry on, not just for the COVID-19 period. It's a healthy habit that all of us should carry on, because when you are with people and you want to sneeze, don't just sneeze into the air. It is bad public conduct. It's a bad health habits for you to exhibit in public. When you're in public, you want to cough, please, you want to sneeze, please cover your nose or your mouth like this and do it, so that it will restrict the spread of such bacteria in the air. Because whether you like it or not, when you sneeze into the air, the wind breeze takes it far away. Somebody who is not even close to you might get the disease from the air, as some of these diseases are also airborne. So let's try and practice that. And again, some of us will put our hands directly over our mouth if we want to cough. What happens is that when you are done, you find out that you have the particles in your hand, and the next thing, some will rub it on their clothes, others will put it right on the chair or table where they are, or the surface where they are, and rub it. That again is a bad habit. We don't have to do that. If you do that and you find anything in your palm, please take a tissue and clean your hand. Tissue safe is not even the best to do. Go and wash it. Water is a natural remedy for all this. Go and wash your hands and clean your hands well. Don't rub it on your clothes. Don't rub it on any surface. So, because if you rub it on your clothes, you are still going to use that part of your clothes to clean your face and probably your mouth. And even if you get, you treat this cold and catarrh for this moment and you're done, because you have left some of these things on your clothes and you're going to wear the clothes again, the thing might come back over and over again. So let's practice this simple personal hygiene, either in public or in the private. And the other thing that actually causes germs to our palms, that we can pick diseases with our palms easily, is honestly, when I was doing this research, I found out that the way people try to keep money safe, It's amazing. You know, those days are grandmothers, they will put it in their brow and all that to keep it safe. But these days now, they have this thing they tie around their waist and then they put their money there. This thing that has zip, you can zip, cloth material, you can zip. That is good. Then some people want to travel, especially the male folks. They put this money sometimes in their stockings and then they put their feet in their shoes. The thing is this, you don't even know for how long this stocking has been without being washed. You don't even know for how long. You have not even aired this shoe in a long time or even put it out there in the sun. So you come back home from work or from wherever you've been, you drop your shoes right there. No, don't keep dropping your shoe right there in your room. Look for a place that is airy. Air the shoes or put them out in the sun, expose them to sunlight, so that the sun can hit it. This will also help kill bacteria or any germs that might come through there into your system. So this money, sometimes you see them keep it like that, and then when they get to wherever they are going to, they bring the money out. So they take you to the shop to buy things, either that you're the seller, that they use the money to buy from you, or you are a buyer who has come to buy something and you need change. Then they give you your change. Sometimes you handle this money, you see that they are wet. They are damp, kind of, and you are wondering, you might be thinking it's water that poured on it. No. It's amazing what people do to how people keep their money safe. Okay, whatever means you want to keep your money safe, I am not against that, but all I'm saying is the need for us to maintain personal cleanliness and environmental cleanliness. Anytime you touch our notes, the Naira notes, the bank note, not just Naira, generally the bank note, whether you collected it from over the counter from the cashier, or you collected it from somebody, or you went to buy something from the shop, no matter how big, it could be a superstore, it could be small shops, petty traders here, make sure you wash your hands and wash it clean so that you can stay away from disease. We've been discussing the natural way to combat cold, cough, and catarrh, and we are also talking about how you can prevent malaria in your own small way from coming to you by keeping a clean environment, so that these mosquitoes that spread these bacteria will be a bit far away from you, because dirty environments, whether you like it or not, causes health hazards to you. And we will want you to stay healthy. We want you to be well totally, so that you can carry on with life. And that's why we're doing this on this program today. And we have been live on air on Catholic Television of Nigeria, discussing healthy living with NellyFrank. And the number to call is 08038333130. You can also chat us up on WhatsApp via that number. Then hook up with us on Facebook and YouTube at Catholic Television of Nigeria. Leave us a comment, ask your question, share with us what have you done, natural things you have done to stay healthy. Healthy habits you have cultivated on your own and is carrying you on, you're living well, you're fit. Share with us so that others can learn from you. You can as well ask us questions, any questions at all. Does it have to do with cold? Some of these cold, cough, and catarrh can be so stubborn. Sometimes it gets you down and you don't even know what to do. Some of them, you've taken enough medication and it's not helping. Are you at that point and you want an expert counsel? You will have it. You want an expert to advise you on the next thing to do. Believe me, like I said, we have medical practitioners, medical doctors, health experts standing by. You ask any health questions at all, it will be answered. No matter what is bothering you, ask it and you will get your answer right here on Healthy Living at Catholic Television of Nigeria. We have done a great justice to this topic, and it's been so nice having you join me on the program. So nice having you join me on the program. We've dealt with cold, we've dealt with catarrh, and dealt with cough. We've also talked about how, while we are waiting for the vaccines to come, for malaria vaccines to come, you can do little things from your home to keep mosquitoes away from your home so that you will stay malaria free. Okay, you can also use the net. The net is made available. That one is not a vaccination, so you can go to any healthcare center and pick up this mosquito net that is already treated against mosquito. You can form the habit of using that and also keeping mosquitoes away from your system. Like I said, we are not against drugs, we are not against medication, but okay, a call is coming in right now. There you have it. Hello.
I'm calling from London.
Okay. Okay, what's your name, please?
My name is Mr. Joy.
Okay. All right. Nice having you on the show. What's your comment question?
Yes, I've been having cough, catarrh, but I keep taking hot water. Not leaving me, but I don't know what to do. So what do you think?
Okay, your question is, I think this is more of addiction. All right, we'll take you off air now and we'll answer your question. That's Mr. John on the line. He's addicted to cold drinks and water, and then at the moment he's down with a cold and he still cannot stop drinking cold water. Sorry, you know, when this habit is formed, it's easier to form the habit than to break it. By the time you form this habit, when you want to get out of it, is difficult. But the thing is that you will develop the self-will, the self-control to tell yourself that this thing is not good for me. Even when people with bad habits get to harmful habits get to the rehab homes, they need your own commitment to be able to treat you correctly. So I will advise Mr. John that you try and tell yourself the truth, and the truth is that cold water is generally extremely cold water, now, is generally not good for your system. Some of you even go to the point of chewing blocks, and it becomes a habit. You long for it the way you are hungry and you want to go and eat food. So people just chew blocks and all that. Mr. John, I will advise you to tell yourself the truth that cold water is not good for you. Stay away from cold water. If you start feeling like cold water, I will also advise that you get 1 or 2 people who are close to you, a family member or friends that you often find yourself in their company. Tell them that you want to get away from drinking cold drinks and cold water. So let them checkmate you. Let them just be there for you anytime you long to take these drinks or water. Let them remind you that no, you can't do this because you'll be harming yourself. So get people to also help you along the line. Tell yourself the truth. It's a commitment you have to make. You have to tell yourself this is not good for me. It's harmful. It's a health hazard for me. So I will not do that. And get 1 or 2 persons, family members or friends, to also help you out and look out for you and watch your back on this, so that by the time you can't control yourself again and you go for it, before you reach out for it, they will hold your hands and tell you, no, it's not good for you. And so that we can help one another on this. Not just Mr. John, any other persons out there who have this habit of drinking cold water, because sometimes it becomes a habit. And it's when it's a habit now that is difficult to break. It's once in a while you feel like taking it, to go and take and come back, it's not a problem. But when it becomes a habit, anything that becomes a habit, any harmful practice that becomes a habit is no longer good for us. It poses health hazards for us. So Mr. John and every other person who have the same problem, tell yourself, I will stay away from cold water, I will stay away from cold drinks. Get other people to help you, to watch your back, and then have you spoken to. All right, Mr. John, I hope we've been able to answer that question correctly. The best you could do is to start with room temperature water as much as you can. Don't even go for it yourself. Get somebody to get you the water and tell yourself you will take this and you will take this. All right, we've been live on air on Catholic Television of Nigeria, discussing healthy living with NellyFrank. Okay, let's keep going. We are leaving the studio right now, but we are still live online. You can still hook up with us, keep the discussion going on our social media platforms, Facebook, WhatsApp, and YouTube. YouTube and Facebook at Catholic Television of Nigeria. WhatsApp, use the number 080-3833-3130. I will see you again soonest. Until then, please keep taking care of your health. If you don't take care of your health, who will? You are the best person to take care of your health. Your health is in your hands. If you don't take care of your health, sickness will evade you like plagues and cut your life short. It is a good day to practice healthy living and the best time to stay healthy for your wellness, total well-being, and longevity. I will see you again soonest. Until then, a big thank you to my production manager, the ICT personnel, transmission personnel, my director, my deputy director, my general manager, of course, my humble self for being a good anchor. Am I not? And to you, my esteemed viewers. I will see you again soonest. Until then, I remain NellyFrank. Bye. Ooh.